Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin continues to move in this micro support region. You can see how relevant it actually is. So far, however, Bitcoin has not managed to generate a reversal. I mentioned to you in the last video that it's technically possible that this wave C pullback of wave B, or let's call it a B wave pullback, and we have this ABC expanded flat structure within this B wave. What's an expanded flat? It's a so-called sideways correction. I mean, okay, it doesn't look exactly sideways, but that's what they are categorized as. And the main reason why this is called typically a sideways correction is because the the B wave tends to be very high, and then it just gives it sort of an overall range perspective or range look. You can actually see that it looks a bit like a range here. We're just consolidating at the moment, and we don't have a really good reversal to the upside. So unless I really take a hopium point of view, there isn't really any clear signal of a reversal yet. I already posted earlier today on Discord that I think the next few hours will be very, very important. And the reason is that, it's now spent quite a bit of time in this micro support region that we looked at in previous videos, here between 66.7k and 68.8k. And I'm very, very skeptical about this structure. It doesn't give me a very clear signal that it's reversing, but it still is, we can still take that perspective. And, my view is that we just need to pay attention to the relevant levels. So especially the 66,780 level needs to hold as last support level in the range, but the invalidation point is even a little bit below that. That's the red line here, and it is at 66.3k. So a break below 66.3k would invalidate the potential that Bitcoin is forming a reversal here, and that Bitcoin is rallying in wave C to the upside, wave C of 5. Already at the moment, I mean, I'm not saying it's unlikely we turn around here. It's still the perspective I take as long as we hold support, but it's obviously in a precarious situation here. It's a very, let's say, long-winded correction, very protracted, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, these coins can turn around, and it's just a qualitative perspective that it's a bit more extended than I would like to see it. But from an objective point of view, we are still holding support, and we are still holding above the invalidation point. What happens if we break? So, okay, maybe before we go further, what would be a signal that we're turning around? Well, initially a break above yesterday's high, or actually that's today's high, at 69k pretty much, 68.9k. And then a break above the B wave high will be better confirmation. That is 70.7k. Until then, things are still very much on shaky grounds here. Okay, if we break below the red line, Bitcoin could still find support in the yellow scenario. But then in an extended fourth wave, this wave 4 would then extend, as long as it's holding above 64,377. Any break below 64,377, and I will take the perspective that Bitcoin has formed the top in white wave B in our white wave count. Again, this is just a look at the intraday structure here, middle of the day update. Feel free to check out the last two updates for a more comprehensive overview of the bigger picture, but I will do that probably in the next video again. If we break below 64,377, it likely will take us into the region between 55 to 58k. This is then the perspective that I would take until, again, the market gives me a signal that we're turning around. So far, over the last few days, the market sort of, did what it needed to do. Up here, we wanted to see a reversal. I gave you that wave count, WXY. It bottomed where it needed to. It rallied also to where it needed to. I gave you the support area. We're in the support area, and now ideally it carries on to the upside. Well, if not, then it takes obviously a bit of a diversion there, which wouldn't be bearish. Short term, yes, but again, the levels are clear, I think. Below the red line, which is last Thursday's low, we're going to watch 64,377, and below that level, the area between 55 to 58k, but I will be able to specify that a little bit better once we have really a confirmed top in place. So situation overall hasn't really changed. It's a bit boring, I know it is, but still, these boring times, they typically lead to very interesting times when the next move happens. So I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.